Guys, I wanted to address a topic before camp begins here. I think training camp might have began today, or it might be going on tomorrow. Training camp for the New York Giants. This is such an exciting training camp for Giants, for our fans. We have what I want to see is the rookie class. Darius Slayton, I want to see him continue to catch footballs. Can Ryan Connolly compete with B.J. Goodson? Could Ryan Connolly be a late-round sleeper out of Wisconsin? DeAndre Baker, of course. Who is going to take that other cornerback position? We know Jack Rabbit's probably going to be playing, but seeing DeAndre Baker probably get into the starting lineup, he's probably going to beat Sam Beal. DeAndre Baker's been amazing. DeAndre Baker's been a senior. Sam Beal's coming off the injury. Sam Beal played at Western Michigan. Can Sam Beal close that gap? I am still really excited because after this year, Jack Rabbit will be gone, so it will be Sam Beal's position. But Julian Love, Sam Beal, and DeAndre Baker, all of them can maybe play because maybe Sam Beal can even be the guy at the slot corner, although it will probably be Julian Love. You somehow want to get Beal involved in the offense, though, or involved on the field. So I'm excited about that. Daniel Jones, obviously, I can't wait to see how the guy does in his first training camp. I don't expect a ton from Daniel Jones, but I just want him to grow and learn. I want to see him maybe make a couple of throws to the boundaries outside of the numbers. And I want to see him complete a lot of passes, and just when he makes a mistake, because he's going to be up and down making mistakes. Even Mahomes last year threw tons of interceptions in training camp. This is the time for Daniel Jones to experiment. What can he get away with, and what can he not get away with at the next level? So Jones is going to be making some mistakes. Let me make this clear as well. This is kind of the point of the video. I am glad that there is not a quarterback competition in New York because we've had so much drama with Odell Beckham, with the offseason, with Daniel Jones. We need to relax. The organization needs to take a step back and chill. Eli Manning threw for 21 touchdowns, had 10 interceptions. Science is helping Eli Manning's arm out. He's 38 years old, but look at Phillip Rivers, look at Drew Brees. These aren't guys that are throwing the ball 60 yards down the field. Tom Brady's arm strength is not the reason why he is continuing to play so well late into his career. Yes, Eli Manning and his legs, he's unable to get outside the pocket, and those guys are able to have more mobility. Yes, this is Eli Manning's last season. I am admitting it because Daniel Jones is a rookie. He's making no money at all, and it's time for DJ to get some reps in. But this year, the Giants can still make the playoffs and can make a wild card playoff run, and then next year with Daniel Jones, this ship will be ready to freaking rock. So I listen to Colin Cowherd. I think that he is a good analyst. I listen to other guys, whatever. Sometimes I'll listen to the big guys, hear like a clip or two. And I heard Colin Cowherd make an argument about competition and how the Giants should rip the Band-Aid off of Eli Manning. Well, then Colin Cowherd and guys that want a quarterback competition, they always cite they cite these same kind of quarterback battles. They cite Aaron Rodgers taking over for Brett Favre. First of all, yes, Brett Favre still had years left in him, but Aaron Rodgers sat for 4 years. It's not like Daniel Jones has been sitting for 4 years, and it's not like every day in practice they were seeing how damn good Daniel Jones is, okay? Comparing Jones to Rodgers now. Then they compared Russell Wilson taking over for Matt Flynn. Well, Matt Flynn is a journeyman, and he's a career backup quarterback. And you're talking about a Hall of Famer in Eli Manning that has played 16 consecutive seasons and has been healthy. And an Eli Manning that has taken the Giants to lots of playoff games, even sometimes first-round exits or a couple Super Bowls. Eli Manning's been a great franchise quarterback for the Giants. 2 championships in 4 years. And Eli Manning, last couple of years, led an 11-5 season and had really good statistics for a bunch of years with a terrible offensive line. And Eli Manning last year, during the last 6 games of last year, he went to Indianapolis and almost won. He played a good Redskins defense and played well. And he played the Cowboys pretty dang well, and they were playing a lot of their starters. So Eli Manning has another year of Pat Shurmur. There's no reason to take Eli Manning out. And what type of free agent would want to come to a place where the franchise quarterback, where the greatest Giant, one of the greatest Giants to ever play, just gets benched for a kid out of Duke and Daniel Jones? It's not like Eli Manning's Nathan Peterman. Eli Manning isn't Tyrod Taylor. The Giants are not the Browns. Pat Shurmur ain't Hugh Jackson. There's no need to have a quarterback competition. Daniel Jones is going to learn from sitting on the bench. Daniel Jones will learn. It's rare to start from day one. You only start from day one when Sam Bradford is your starting quarterback, not Eli Manning. They talk about the Russell Wilson starting over Matt Flynn. Some people in the media think Eli Manning is going to end up being Matt Flynn. Well, guess what? Are the Giants this year, are you, even the Giants fan that is the most optimistic? First of all, the Giants fans that wants to start Daniel Jones this year is hypocritical in his argument. Probably. Because let's answer the Giants fans that want to start Daniel Jones day one and thinks Jones is a better option. Does that Giants fan also think that Daniel Jones is going to be the reason that they would win a Super Bowl in the first year by starting Daniel Jones at quarterback? So the team is so bad, you might as well start out Jones. First of all, I don't think that the team is that bad. And I think that Eli Manning, if this team had some juice, Eli Manning can help this team. He can help massage wins. Eli Manning knows how to win in this league, and Daniel Jones will sit behind Eli Manning, and Daniel Jones will learn how to prepare for a game week without having to play. I see this as an Alex Smith kind of Mahomes. I'm not saying Jones is Mahomes, but I would like the Giants to have like a Kansas City type of 11-5 year with Eli Manning at quarterback, with Pat Shurmur, with the best running back in the NFL, with 2 tight ends that can catch the ball in Ingram and Ellison, with an offensive line that has 2 guards that are supposed to be really freaking good, with a tackle in Nate Solder that has played championship football, with 2 centers that aren't completely terrible, with Golden Tate and Sterling Shepard that are not terrible, with Darius Slayton and Corey Coleman and Fowler. Maybe one of them can help you complete a deep ball. I don't think this team is that bad. I think this team is a wild card team. Do I think that they can beat the Cowboys in a whole season? Maybe the first game, the Giants can go to Dallas and beat them because the Cowboys will be rusty as shit. The first game means almost nothing. Even the Bengals last year were 4-1. So you need to get revved up to start a freaking season. So even if the Giants go to Dallas, it will be a big win, which will help us later in the year. But even if the Giants beat the Cowboys, it's going to be an ugly game where everyone's rusty. It'll be a low-scoring, ugly football game. Then the Giants will come back and play Buffalo and Tampa Bay. The Giants' schedule this year, we'll see how good certain pieces are of this team. We'll see how good James Bettcher is at developing the defense. I can't wait to see that. And Daniel Jones in the preseason, who'll get some time, we'll get to see. Can he scramble around? Can he make second-level throws? Can he make second-layer throws? Next year, he's going to be starting anyway. So, I mean, for Eli, I'm going to enjoy this last year of Eli Manning. I'm going to enjoy it thoroughly. And I'm rooting for him. If he wins a Super Bowl championship, it would be the greatest Super Bowl win ever. It would maybe be the greatest accomplishment from an athlete ever, where pretty much 90% of the population, especially those that are not Giants fans, 90% of people think Eli Manning sucks. They don't believe in him. They think it's a joke that the Giants have stayed loyal to this guy for that long. We're really, they're just kind of, maybe they're looking at Eli from afar, but Eli Manning isn't Joe Flacco. Eli Manning can still produce. And guess what? If Eli doesn't produce, if he continues to struggle, he's 38 years old. This is the thing. This is why you don't need drama in the offseason. Because Eli Manning, if he doesn't do well and the Giants don't start off well, they're 2-6, then Daniel Jones will play the end of the season, and there you go. And then he'll be the guy. So he will be the guy for this year. It's not a big deal. They don't need to make this into a talking point about a quarterback competition. It shouldn't be. It would be a huge mistake, because Eli Manning can show Daniel Jones how to prepare for a game. The first team needs reps. Eli needs reps with Golden Tate. He needs reps with Mike. He needs reps with Remmer and the offensive guard, that Kevin Zeitler. They need repetition, and Eli is the perfect guy to learn from, just like Alex Smith and Mahomes, just like Alex Smith was a great teacher. Listen to Aaron Rodgers. Even though he didn't get along with Favre, even though they're not buddies and they're completely different people, Aaron Rodgers took so much of his game by sitting back for those years and learning Brett Favre's mannerisms. And and Daniel can do that with Eli. Tyrod Taylor was not a consistent good quarterback in this league. They weren't like Houston. They weren't Cleveland, where it was 0-16 and they needed a reboot anyway. The Giants were like 6-10, lost a lot of close games last year, including the Indy game, including the Panthers game, the Falcons game. Now their secondary is really good. They only had a couple of really embarrassing games. The Saints game, the Eagles' first game. They were competing last year with this coach, Pat Shurmur. And they could compete this year, and they could dang near win some games on this schedule, get to a wild card, and Jones will have a front row seat to see how a first ballot Hall of Famer acts. This is going to be a fun camp. This is a homegrown team. This isn't the team that Jerry Reese got that's a free agent team, where after those guys get old or their play sucks, you just have an empty wallet. That's exactly what happened to the Phillies and Ryan Howard. It's exactly what happened with Olivier Vernon. He was out for the first 4 games, and you're paying him like $200 million contract. So suddenly, when the free agent team that is pretty much like a phony-ass team, it's like dating a girl. She looks really hot, right? But then you end up going on a road trip and you have nothing to talk about. That's what Jerry Reese is. From the outside, it looks unbelievable, but there's zero substance. That's why I picked Evan Ingram, one of the dumbest mistakes. Jerry Reese fought that the Giants were on the precipice of accomplishing something unbelievable. And as a fan, I was too skeptical too. I didn't value the offensive line enough. I needed to consider why, as a fan, I believed in that 11-5 and why I thought the Giants would continue to get better, because I learned it's not all about the receivers. It's about the offensive line. It's certainly about the chemistry and the coaching. And I knew from the moment they lost to Detroit that Ben McAdoo had to leave, even when they hired him. But that's not the point. In this video, which is 14 minutes, I laid out the argument why there shouldn't be a quarterback competition. And I also explained I'm so excited about the young guys, about X-Man. This is a homegrown team that these guys will be with us and they will build with us. And if these guys hit, which I'm confident the coaching staff can progress them, and I'm confident in Dave Gettleman, and I'm confident in these players, this is going to be a team this year that's going to be like a wild card team, a team that we could be very proud of, a new group of young guys that New York, New Jersey, Giants Nation everywhere is going to rally behind. This is a really fun time to be a Giants fan. We are just building this thing.